Guys, now I will show you something else. This is a magnetic stirrer machine, and we use this machine to mix some chemical or anything using it with the help of a stirrer. So we don't actually take the bottle and shake like this. We actually put them, we do it gently, we add a magnet, which you can see. I already added one inside, and the magnet look like something like this, very small in terms of size, so they're quite small. And we put this bottle on the top of this magnetic stirrer, and then then we will mix. And here, and this is one type of magnetic stirrer, which I will tell you. So in this magnetic stirrer, you can see the two features. One is telling you the temperature, and another is telling the RPM. So that means you can also adjust the temperature. We need the temperature because sometimes some chemicals do not dissolve in normal temperature, not in room temperature. So we have to increase the temperature. Let's say we have to warm them till 60 degrees or 70 degrees, so we can use them with this. We don't need it now. And then there is RPM. So let's make it 0. Let's make it 100. And in this machine, you actually have to press it. So you press it, and you see that now it started rotating. Okay, now you can change it and it will rotate more. We made this, you can see it, and now it will dissolve chemical. You can again press stop by pressing it. It's again off. Yeah, and that's how we mix anything we want to dissolve. Now you see in front of you a Vortex mixer. There's a Vortex, we call it Vortex because look at it. So now it's off, and now it's on. You can see it. Yeah, just like this. We use it to mix, and then we can adjust the intensity here, how fast we want it to move. So let's take it. See, you can see it's moving very slow. We can regulate it. Now it's moving very slow. We can make it faster if we want. Let's switch it off. There is another feature, and we use this machine to mix anything in a small tube in tube, yeah, that we want to quickly mix. So yeah, we can switch it on again. For example, I have a Falcon tube in my hand. You can see it, and now I will mix it, so carefully watch it. You can see it. Can you see it? Now it's mixing. So sorry, you hold it like this, you mix it, and then it's done. So now these are the lab instruments. So the Thermo Mixer is a basic lab instrument, and this Vortex mixer is an instrument. Now we will talk about the third instrument, which we call Centrifuge. Yeah. So centrifuges can be of different type. Right now we are talking about this guy, which is kept here. These kind of centrifuges called tabletop centrifuges. We call it tabletop because we can use these centrifuges we can put them in the table. Yeah, and they are very strong machine. They rotate it, and yeah, they're very stable. I mean, these days they're quite stable. That's why we have these tabletop centrifuge series. Yeah. So now I will show you how it looks like from inside. So this is a lid. Then you have another lid. This is not a very important one, but it's important because we use to protect our centrifuge, so that our centrifuge cannot get warm because of the friction, air friction or something. So we open it, and then you can see it. So for example, in this centrifuge you can see you can put at least 24. So starting from one here, you can put at least 24 Eppendorf tubes. I will show you how. So you can see I have 2 tubes. I can put it here, and they go inside, and I can put one here. Okay, so this is a small setup, and I mean this is just centrifuge which we use to because of the centrifugal force. So for example, if you do it like this, so you can see it, the chemical is now all over the tubes, and you want to recover it, right? So you put one tube, you put one balance tube to do this. You close it, and then we press start. We press a stop. It's just like 1 second start stop. We just want to recover our chemical, and then let's see. Oh, this is our balance tube. We don't need it. There's our sample, and now you can see whatever is sticking upside is now everything is collected here. What is very important feature for the centrifuges is because they are a rotating machine, okay, and that's why they should be very much balanced. So if you put one tube here, you have to put the same volume, same weight actually, so the weight should be balanced. So let's say if this tube weight is 2 gram, you have to put a balance in front of it of the same volume of 2 gram. Okay, yeah, so that's one very important thing here that I want to tell. We will close this and we will have a look at the setting. So you can look at the display here. The display tells you press to start or stop, so you can press it. If you press it, it will start. See, you can press again, it will stop. Here it's written time, so you can also adjust time if you want to rotate it for more time. So let's say you want to do it 5 minutes, you want to do it 14 minutes, you want to do it 20 minutes, or whatever time you want to prefer, you can choose it. Then in the display there's a second thing where you can adjust the RPM, so how fast you want to rotate it. Right now it is set at 3800 RPM, so 3800 RPM. You can also increase it, you can decrease it. So just remember the RPM. There is RCF, don't worry for this. We will tell you about the centrifuge tutorial, how to deal with them. So this is just a very normal tutorial just to make you familiar with what centrifuge and how they work. Great. Yeah. One more point about this centrifuge is that these centrifuges you can only regulate at room temperature. So you can only use these centrifuges if you want to do something, if you need only room temperature. But if you need a centrifuge at different temperature, so you have to use a centrifuge where this feature is there. So now I will show you a centrifuge which has the temperature feature. Okay, so now I will introduce you with another centrifuge. This is also the same company, but I have to switch it on from here. Now it's switched on, you can see display. Yes, cool. So you can see it here. So it has a speed button, it has a time button, but together with that it has a temperature button. So right now it's set it for 4 degrees. You can set it 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can also go down to set it 0 degree or whatever you want to prefer, -1, or you can set any temperature. And the centrifuge you can go to 14,000 RPM speed. That's quite a lot, and you can use any time. So these are called a tabletop centrifuge, but with a temperature regulation. And now I will show you a big tabletop centrifuge. This is also temperature regulated, but this is for a different purpose. So the previous two centrifuges are for the Appendorf tubes, the small 1.5 ml tubes, and this one is for the Falcon tubes. So we will have a look at it. We have to switch it on first. We can use this knob just next here. Yeah, we press it, we switch it on, and we can see. So again, as you can see it here, this is a 4. You can also have a temperature knob here with the speed and time. Don't worry for this program because it's not important here. Okay, so we open and have a look at it. So you can see this is quite big. It got let's see if you can see this. So this is balanced one, right? So this is for the 50 ml tubes, and this is here for 15 ml. This is 50 ml. So this is for the bigger centrifuge tube. So this is a big tube which you can put here. Yeah, and the same time it's the same way you can use it. This kind of centrifuge can be used to collect cells. So if you grow some cell culture and you want to collect the cell from the media, you can use this centrifuge, or any different purposes. So we will use this term that you use: Falcon tube centrifuge, tabletop centrifuge, maybe some temperature something. So if you're listening any such term in the tutorial, then just think about this giant big machine. Yes, cool. So this is also one feature. You can have a look if you want in a more proper way. That's fine. Okay, so the third important instrument is also done. Now we came here for the fourth instrument. Again, it belongs to Eppendorf. Yes, so we call this instrument a Thermo Mixer, because it also do the mixing thing, but here you can regulate the temperature. So this is a normal mixer, no temperature. You can do it at room temperature, manual with hand. And this one you can use, you can at least put, yeah, you can see, you can actually put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24 tubes at the same time. Okay, so I have to switch it on. The knob is in the back. I switch it on, and now you will see the features. Okay, cool. So here you can see, you can set the temperature, time, and things like this. So for example, you want to give a heat shock in your bacterial transformation. So when we do the bacterial transformation, we have to give a heat shock at 42 degrees C for 30 seconds or something. If you know this, it's great. If you don't know this, we will tell you. So just remember, for example, if you want to do any reaction at a particular temperature, so we will go there, we will set this at 42. So this will show you the set temperature, this will show you the actual temperature. So right now it was at 23 degrees, but we set 42, so now it will slowly heat it up, and then see, it's 24, so it will reach us to 42. Then there is a mix button, so here you can regulate how fast you want to mix, 1000 rpm, less or more. Okay, just have a look at it with the start button. So we can start it, you can see it now, it's moving. Okay, you can slow it down very slow, and you can make it faster, so you can see it is now moving very fast. We don't need it now. Yeah, and with the time button you can regulate. For example, you want to mix it for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6, 7, whatever minute, and hours. You can regulate it here, and now you can see it is just getting warmer and warmer, 28, 29, and then how it work. So we call this nice beautiful machine Thermo Mixer. We will tell you when we use it, we will use this term, and maybe, yeah, so just keep this thing in mind.